This is The Voice of Land on the Big Play Network with your hosts, Kevin Arnold and Jay Banky. Mike Krzyzewski's final run as coach of the Duke Blue Devils continues into the Sweet 16.
Now, as much as I do not like Duke, this would be the year. If they won, I'd be like, you know what? Coach K deserved it. Like, I can't deny that dude's greatness. He's the best of all time.
I mean, look what he did with the USA basketball. After they got that bronze medal in 2004, Mike Krzyzewski came in. I know Jerry Colangelo, in charge of USA basketball, brought him in, and it was a culture change to get back to USA dominating even on the world stage. And, you know, getting these top players like LeBron and Kobe, Carmelo, D. Wade, all of them to play together and play for one purpose and play for their country. Like, truly take on that mantra when you go to the Olympics to represent your country. You are playing for your country and everybody that is associated with it. Do have a question for you guys about, you know, the whole, you know, people not liking Duke thing, but I'll get to that in 1 second.
It's because UNC's better.
Okay.
The one subject I think you're going to see from the two of us, we're complete opposite fans. This is good. It could be good stuff.
But we do have our March Madness or Voice of the Land bracket challenge going on. I guess I can't say March Madness because, you know, we're not really sponsoring
Well,
it.
I know I'm like ranked 288 or something like that.
Yeah, it says I'm like 50 plus, but like you were saying, you got to keep scrolling to actually find your rank. I don't even want to. I'm so bad right now. But we did ask for people that entered to put in their Twitter handle. I don't know who's in the lead though, because it says ESPN fan 865205558. I'm not going to give the whole number because maybe that's
you. You might want to change it to your Twitter handle because if you win and we don't know who the hell you are, it's going to second place. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
well, tied for first right now is ESPN 361.
Like. Whoever has the Twitter handle and followed all the rules that gets the closest up to there is going to get our prize.
Yeah.
So, like, sorry you didn't follow our rules. Yeah. I apologize.
Like entering one bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay.
That's kind of our fault.
Yeah, we'll put that on us though, Peter, because
we live and learn.
There's still only one winner.
Yeah, there's still only one winner, but we didn't say beforehand. I tweeted out after, but people had already put multiple ones in, and they weren't going to go back and delete it. So whatever the top bracket is that followed all the rules, they will get the $100 Amazon gift card, and if they feel so compelled, they would be welcome through Zoom or even in studio to come join the show for a segment, even the whole show, and give some of their...
Well, I found you, Kevin. I was scrolling down. You are 249.
You're ahead of me.
Oh, I'm ahead of Jay.
Because
all right.
I still haven't found myself yet. So.
Well, Jay, you were doing like what? Like it was like a almost a sports betting thing, but not really. What's it called? Like cover
5?
Cover 5 or
yeah,
something?
I'm almost. There's 7,000 people, and I'm only a few hundred away from dead last.
Yeah.
So like our boy, if you just faded me, you would have done awesome. I should have just started posting my pictures like pick opposite of me. And I'm not gonna lie, I know nothing about college basketball. All I did is go pick, swipe, pick, done. And that's how my bracket showed up, and that's why I'm in 288. Yeah, so don't ever come to me for betting on college basketball.
Ooh, maybe I misspoke. Maybe I just didn't find myself. I just found APJ here. He's 228.
Moving on up.
Oh, look at that.
So where the
Yeah,
heck
you're
am I?
ahead
like my
now.
final
Crap.
8, I have my complete final 8 is still there. It's just the beginning was
Mine's not.
garbage.
Yeah, mine's not.
Oh, I'm at 184.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Look
Well-
at you.
Well, and I know absolutely nothing about college basketball.
Well, guess what, Peter? If you are ranked ahead of us two on the show, guess what you get? A heaping pile of nothing.
I know.
Except bragging rights where you get to spew all of the AI speak through your mic that you want. That's
Believe me, that rank's gonna keep going down. I was like number 3 a couple, when this started. I was like, ooh, number 3. I'm like, ooh, number 8.
I'd love to see UNC and Duke play it out in the tournament. I don't know if they can meet up or all the brackets.
I was hoping in the Sweet 16 we were going to get Ohio State and that team up north, but, Ohio State.
I mean,
again,
don't
like
get
I
me
said,
wrong.
anything but a men's basketball school. Because, hey, the women won in the final four, the Frozen Four, first ever national championship.
Yes, congrats to them.
In hockey. They were ranked number 1. They finished off the deal. I think they won against like Montana, St. whatever.
They won it all. That's all that matters.
They beat
The Ohio State with another championship.
Yeah, you know, we
added
just
to the collection.
bringing the championships. The men's team, I mean, they go cold at the worst times. Like, I've watched a few of their games this year, and the reason why they've lost games, even though they've been kind of like leading, and especially against bad teams. And that team up north is a bad team during the season. Somehow, them and the other team up north, State, with Izzo, they somehow play well in the tournament if they somehow get in, which credit to them for playing best at the end of the year. But, I mean, Ohio State just goes cold the last 4 minutes.
Villanueva is an awesome team. They got some Villanova, sorry. Villanueva.
Charlie
But yeah,
Villanueva.
Good stuff.
It's
We'll just call them Nova. Yeah, they got some shooters out there. And it felt like every time we'd make a run and we'd make a big three, you're like, all right, here we go. They just walk right down there and boom, big three. And you're like, oh, man. And they're just costly turnovers there at the end.
Well, did you see the story about the fifth-year senior for Villanova? I can't even remember his name now because
Every time you say it, I keep thinking of Villanueva.
This kid's played like over, I think, 153, maybe 154 games now at Villanova because he came
It's
back.
like David Lighty from the Buckeyes. Remember him? I
right.
swear to God, he played like 7 years there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's some of these players that you see like have played forever. I will say, like, I know we didn't do our well wishes segment tonight. I do want to send out well wishes to Kyle Young from Ohio
Yeah.
State. He dealt with 3 concussions over the last 12 months and may have gotten another one. I didn't see the actual diagnosis, but him and his either fiance or wife, they just had a baby, and she had the baby she had the baby with her at the arena today. They were showing shots of her kind of like almost in tears because you feel for someone like that. Dellavedova went through that, couldn't get through that's why Kyle Young hasn't been able to play, and he was a key piece for the Buckeyes. And
they're coming back. He was the one that sparked it. It looked like him
and
I forget the former Mr. Ohio basketball on the team.
Malachi Branham.
Yeah.
Out of it was St. Vincent St. Mary, right?
Maybe.
I think Brandon was from St. Vincent St. Mary, who won the state title today too. They did win another state title. I think that's 7 now for Coach Drew Joyce the second.
You did remind me, and change the subject on wishing people well. I have to give a shout out to Paul Brown, our friend from England. He is literally driving into a war zone, dropping off supplies to everyone over there. So, hats off to you, man.
Yes.
That ain't like donating. He is literally risking his life helping people. That is incredible.
Yeah.
We need more people like that out there.
I mean, again, we just said it. We need to do more good to help society grow instead of doing more evils that are kind of taking society back to ancient times. We mentioned earlier, not to make light of anything or try to push off the question I was going to ask you guys. Why? So I know not here in Ohio, but it's popular to hate Ohio State, especially football wise. Just like it's popular to hate Duke basketball. Why is it not popular to hate UNC basketball? Because everybody loves UNC. Like people hate Ohio State football because they feel like everybody loves Ohio State football, so they need to be the opposite. That's kind of how my sister was growing up. Like I don't understand why UNC gets all the love and Duke doesn't get any. I guess I don't know. Is it because of Jordan? Is it Jordan?
I know a lot of Duke fans. Don't get me wrong. Like there's a ton of Duke fans.
Like everybody loves to see Ohio State football lose, especially when they get upset by a lower team in the Big Ten, just like everybody loves to see Duke get beat by a lower, even if North Carolina's not having a great year, like they weren't going into the final game of the year. They loved watching Krzyzewski have to tell the crowd, I'm sorry and stuff. And
with that team, I think there's the 3 big teams that decide who you're going to hate.
Yeah.
You're either a Kentucky fan, a UNC fan, or a Duke fan.
Okay.
And you hate the other 2 with a passion.
Okay.
Because they're just huge. Like, those are the blue bloods of basketball right there.
Yeah.
But me, like, growing up, we lived in a duplex, and my older cousin, he was, I think, 5 or 6 years older than me, I just looked up to him. He was the man, you know what I mean? And he grew up watching Jordan and just idolized Michael Jordan. So he loved UNC and the Chicago Bulls. So when I was a kid, I liked Michael Jordan. I'm sorry, Cavs fans, I learned. But he loved UNC, and I just always saw that jersey in the 90s that they had with the plaid down the side was really cool and real popular then. And then they teamed with Vince Carter, Haywood, Jerry Stackhouse. Loved watching them. Like I said, I just think it's whatever team you pick, it's just you're gonna
Yeah.
pick one or the other. I feel like.
I mean, maybe I connected more with Duke. It's not even that I hate UNC because I'm not as into the rivalry as people that have gone to the universities or have some sort of deeper connection with them are. Like, so like if UNC wins, it doesn't like pain me to see them win because I was brought up on the black and white, or not even black and white video, but like early color video of Michael Jordan and James Worthy playing together and winning national championship with North Carolina. Like, you know, learn the history of basketball. Like, I appreciate all of that, and North Carolina is a big piece of that. Just like Duke, and especially with Mike Krzyzewski, has been a big piece of the history of the game of basketball. Maybe I connected more with Duke because, you know, I went to a high school that was the Blue Devils and Duke was the Blue Devils. Maybe it's that simple. I don't know, but
One of the most hated players ever in college.
Christian
basketball.
Laettner?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he drew a lot of hate from Duke.
Well,
and dude, hell of a basketball player, one of the greatest college basketball players ever. But
I mean, I'm kind of showing my age with this, like more on the younger side, but like one of the first players that I really enjoyed watching play and watching shoot because I considered myself a defender and a guy that could shoot, not do much else, but I looked up to kind of the shooting form of Mark Price, Reggie Miller, but also, you know, oh my gosh, why the name just
JJ Redick?
JJ Redick, yeah. And while he
I knew
was,
you were describing when you were saying I couldn't
I know.
stand him.
I-
I couldn't
like,
stand him. I'm like,
I had the
you're
name-
so good. I'm like, stop shooting threes, dude.
well, I had the name, and then like Christian Laettner just kept going through. Like all I could see was that turnaround shot that they always show in the
Yeah, like
the
I was
highlight
too
pack.
young for that. I don't really have a hate for
Right.
Christian Laettner. I think that play is cool looking, but
I've seen highlights where I understand why he gets hate though. So like,
like,
I get it.
I can't like two Duke players I can't stand is JJ Redick's one and Shane Battier's two. Like, and I respect them.
Shane
Like they're
Battier.
so good.
Yeah.
That's why I know I don't like them. But man,
Right.
I couldn't stand them when they would
Yeah.
play UNC. They would just kill us.
Well, like it's special to me because you know my family would like always they knew and would hear my fandom and stuff. And my grandpa was working in a bank at the time, and one of JJ Redick's family members like lived up here and would come into the bank and talk to my grandpa all the time. And my grandpa knew I was a JJ Redick fan, and this guy got a signed picture from JJ Redick himself in his time at Duke, like in like the actual like shooting form. And like that's like one of my cherished pieces of memorabilia, just because it like the connection in my family kind of getting that for me. But you know, I've always been a Duke fan. I just always question why
Who's the one guy? Grayson. I'm sorry.
that
He
guy-
is the most hated. I can't stand it. It was the dirtiest player I've ever seen, Kevin.
I'll be honest right now. It was hard for me to watch Duke games when Grayson Allen was at Duke.
But like this is a fun rivalry for me because, like I said, I'm not diehard.
Yeah, like, yeah.
it's a fun rivalry for me. One of my favorite all-time games, and you probably wouldn't like it, is when Tyler Hansborough got his like face busted open.
I remember that one. Yeah.
And he was just balling out, and you just look at him. He just had this face like, "I'm beating you, Duke."
Well, I'm not as against that as you think I am because you know how much I love basketball in general.
Yeah.
Like that was a basketball game to
Okay,
watch.
I'm pretty sure Duke lost. So sorry.
Yeah, they did. And then
So we're gonna have a fun bet if they meet up. We can think of the
we can think-
stakes, but I would say we do something fun. Not obviously we don't bet money. Something where like maybe you wash my car or something like that.
We can
We'll
think
of
about it. Yeah, we'll think about it. You know, we'll have some time.
If they
because-
meet up, we'll
Yeah.
definitely have to watch that game together.
Yeah.